Sorry.
Oh, boys were rocking out, apparently.
It's always so dark and everybody else is... Oh, there we go. Let there be light!
Yeah, that helps.
I got an idea.
Hi.
So 22 Jump Street was amazing.
That was pretty solid.
It's the best bromance movie ever.
Oh, I don't know about that.
What's the best bromance movie then?
Best bromance movie ever? Brokeback Mountain?
That's a relationship, that's not bromance.
They're bros. They're fucking. It's bromance.
No, bromance is like two straight guys, but it's a romance, but it's not a relationship. The more you know.
Oh, Lethal Weapon 2.
I don't know. No, that's not romance. But anywho, yeah, no, it was really good.
That's a bromance.
I don't know. I laughed really hard, like through the whole thing.
No, it was a solid sequel. Like, they hit every single bad sequel cliche and made it work by being self-aware, but not in an annoying wink wink nudge nudge way and we know this is going on and we're going to make fun of ourselves way.
Yeah, they do meta very well.
Yes. No, yeah, I watched the first one again last night as a refresher. And generally speaking, sequels like this, for movies like the first one, sequels don't end up this good.
No. Yeah, I heard...
This is going to be a really boring fucking review because it's a good
it's
movie.
really great. So, okay, well, we can talk about it, but it's going to go into, like, severe spoiler territory then.
They're dudes, and they're cops, and they have guns. And,
They go to college.
Tatum's dumb.
But adorably dumb. I like
sure.
Tatum's comedic timing. Some people say that he can't act at all, and I think he has great comedic timing.
You know, I can't say I think he's a good actor. I think there are some roles, like the two 21 Jump Street movies, I think he was great in. Magic Mike, he's actually pretty fucking decent in that, too. I think he's one of those guys when a part is written for him and plays to his strengths, he might be just fine. I don't think he's ever going to be the guy that breaks out and has that great dramatic performance that it's going to get lots of critical acclaim ever, because he's a fucking meathead and that's what he's good at.
That's what I mean. He does comedy well, is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, but some people are just like, he can't act at all. And, but yeah. I saw the first one back when it came out, and I think I saw it in the theater, and I haven't seen it since, and so I don't know, they do like kind of the Karate Kid thing where they do the last time on 21 Jump Street.
Well, I think that was more of a less
like
of
the
a,
TV show.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I was just saying, so, you know, you get a little bit of, oh yeah, that's how they met and whatnot. You've got Vietnamese Jesus now instead of Chinese Jesus. Korean Jesus, I'm sorry.
They're not all the same. Just because they have slanty fucking eyes.
I say that too. He's like, they're not all the same. Vietnamese
Fucking-
Jesus.
Thought Irving was the racist in the group. Jesus,
No way.
Jillian. That's horrible. How dare you?
Asian Jesus. Anime Jesus. Oh, there is Anime Jesus, actually. I have a screen cap. He's like... He's mad because... It was from Grimm's Fairy Tales. He was mad because, like, the devil keeps, like, fucking up, so Jesus and all the angels make fun of him, and so they pan up to, like, heaven, and it's Jesus, the angels, like, ah ha ha ha. So there is Anime Jesus.
I can completely believe that. I don't doubt it whatsoever.
But yeah, it's kind of hard other than just going through every hilarious thing in the movie.
Yeah, no, we could sit here and just name off things, but
Which
it's
is why we digress.
it's the same fucking plot as the last one, but they take notice of it, and they work with it, and they make that amusing. And it's exactly what you'd expect from the first one. If you were going to take the first one and go, alright, what's the most cliched bullshit sequel to that first movie that they could possibly make. They basically wrote that script and then wrote jokes over it to make it funny and made it work.
Well, and they even said they were almost with the captain trying to pitch, you know, what their assignment should be, hence pitch the movie. They're like, no, just do the same thing. And yeah,
no, and that's
sorry, go ahead.
That's what they did. Mm-hmm. They did the exact same thing, and then they threw in Spring Break at the end.
Yes, I do love because this one revolves around a drug going around a college, and so that's the big mystery. And what's great is they have their guy that they think is the dealer, and the dealer is marked by a tattoo he has. And so you've got the guy going through, and they're like, hey man, what's the tattoo? And he's like, oh, it's my old high school team, the Red Herrings. And it's like, har har har. I don't think half the audience might have known what a red herring fucking was, because barely...
No, you and Sarah and I were the only people laughing at that. But at the same time, movies like this, I don't think they expect to get an incredibly intelligent, or not even to disparage the intelligence of the people in the theater, maybe the most like knowledgeable about film terminology and
it's
story
just a term
terminology.
That's not used very often anymore.
I think it's used quite often, but it's not used in an everyday conversational thing for a lot of people. I think it's
Well, I just mean like mainstream type thing. You don't really hear red herring anymore unless it's in, you know, a review or analysis type thing where someone mentions the term. But yeah, little stuff like that. Oh, one of the funniest things near the end is you've got from the first one where Tatum took a bullet for Jonah Hill, and so all through the movie, you know, Jonah Hill is basically, it's like the relationship, and Jonah Hill is dragging Tatum down, and so they do the whole like, maybe we should just investigate, like, you know, separately, and they do their breakup, and Jonah Hill keeps talking about how he's going to take a bullet for Tatum to pay him back. And so you've got the end where, you know, you're expecting this to happen because they keep talking about it. Jonah Hill does the whole slow-mo jump, and he does it early, falls, and then Tatum gets shot in the opposite arm.
no,
See?
Yeah, fuck, there's nothing to talk about besides that if you enjoyed the first certainly go see this one.
I would
It's
definitely
well worth
suggest
it.
theater price. Like, it was
Yeah, no,
well worth
for
money for theater.
Yeah, a comedy, definitely. It's
New fight thing, though. I've never seen that before because they're at the spring break in Mexico, and Tatum grabs some random girl, like, she gets on his back to do, like, chicken, and he's fighting, you know, the drug dealer dudes, and he's literally, like, using her as a weapon, like, kind of dance fighting and, like, swinging her around, and it was just very choreographed well and really cool and not something you see very often. I enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. It was
different.
Yeah, it was a little reminiscent of one of the fight scenes in, well, not quite, but kind of like Scott Pilgrim when she's using him like a puppet.
Yeah, and they over each other's backs and stuff. I liked the roommate girl. Very sarcastic.
She seemed familiar, but I couldn't fucking place it. No, I did no fucking research before watching this movie.
I do know, what was it, Kurt Russell's son or whatever that was in it? He turned down a role on a Hunger Games sequel so he could be in this movie. I think it was Kurt Russell's son. What's his face? I don't know. It's on IMDb. You can look it up.
Okay, good for him.
Yes.
Smart choice. Well, maybe not career-wise, but...
It depends how well the Hunger Games sequel will do. Unless they meant the last one.
It's gonna do really well, I'm sure. Yeah, it's boring review. Sorry.
Do we want to
guys.
skip to previews? We can talk about previews.
What fucking previews did we have? I don't
we had
remember.
the one that was like where they're pretending to be cops.
Oh, Let's Be Cops.
Yes.
Yeah, the two of the guys from The New Girl. That's a good-looking preview for a stupid, like, buddy movie.
Incredibly illegal activity, but it works.
Yes. And two guys, it's Damon Wayans' son and the other guy one of the other guys from The New Girl.
He's one of those guys that you see in TV and everything and pops up everywhere and you're like, that guy.
Yeah, well, he's popped up in a couple things the past couple years. He's one of the main guys on The New Girl. He was in the first 21 Jump Street, actually. He was the principal at the school.
Yeah, it turns into, shenanigans and guys trying to imitate cops into an actual buddy cop movie.
It looks like it'll be fun. And then we got the trailer for Dumb and Dumber 2, which looks like a piece of shit.
It makes me feel old. They got old.
Well, yeah, it was 20 fucking years ago.
20. I'm old.
No, you're not.
It's just weird because I don't know. But,
It looked like shit. That trailer's fucking terrible.
Oh, we got the one that's like, what's her face from Bridesmaids, like the...
Oh, Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah, where she's robbing joints or whatever, and it's got...
another movie where she's gross and funny.
Well,
that's great.
The weird thing is you've got Susan Sarandon in there, and Kathy Bates, and, some big headliner people. I don't know what the movie's about other than their patriotic... Not necessarily white trash,
no,
but not
white
middle
trash.
class. Well, Susan Sarandon and Kathy Bates they're like one step above white trash. They're not like
I would have said white trash.
mild. Like middle class white trash. Before you get out of white trash.
I would have said straight up white trash.
Well, like how you have upper middle class, they're like upper white trash. That's what I'm saying. That's my verbiage that I meant.
Okay.
I was trying to...
Yeah, I understand that some people really like Melissa McCarthy. I don't fucking care for her. I've been through this on the site before. I'm not going to crack a fat joke. That's Irving's.
It has nothing to do with the weight.
She's
it's just not
fucking
funny.
She's not fucking funny. And Sarah keeps giving me shit to see not Bridesmaids, The Heat. I don't want to fucking see it. I don't.
Was that the Sandra
McCarthy.
Bullock one?
I don't have any fucking interest. I don't find Melissa McCarthy funny at all. In anything.
It kind of just seems like kind of the Roseanne of this era type thing.
Nah, because Roseanne...
Where it's like, hey, I'm big and I'm crass and...
Yeah, Roseanne was big and crass, but she was also very much herself to a degree.
I didn't mean exactly. I meant
Yeah.
the type of humor they're trying to do. It's like
I see. I don't
funny,
even think
crass
it's that
lady.
type of humor. I think it's Melissa McCarthy is trying to do a female version of almost Chris Farley, and there were things in Chris Farley that I loved, but all his movies pretty much fucking sucked.
That man in a tiny suit.
Yeah, I fucking hate those movies. I just don't find her fucking funny at all.
Yeah, I mean, from what the preview was, there could be anybody in that role, and it still wouldn't be funny. Like, doing the same thing, obviously.
Yeah.
We got something else. What was it? We got a few things.
We got Expendables 3,
Mhm.
which seemed kind of a random trailer to go in front of that movie. But hey.
Well, cops, guns,
Yeah.
shoot 'em up.
It was just one of those random trailers where quick scene. Here's the cast.
You know what you're getting with Expendables 3.
Yeah.
They don't really have to try and sell. Oh, we got fucking Transformers.
Yeah, we got Transformers, and we got Sin City, Damned to Kill For.
Yes, Sin City 2. That looks great. Or what do you think?
I don't know.
Did you like the first?
Very much so. The first was one of the best comic book adaptations there is. And the second one is bound to be fairly good. They got a good cast, and Robert Rodriguez, when he's making a good movie, is a great director. When he's making a bad movie, he's a terrible director. So it just kind of, for that, I'm kind of torn. And I know on what I loved about the first movie is they took separate short stories from the comic books and made a movie out of them. And this one, I know that at least part of it is an original script for the screen, which worries me a little bit because Frank Miller wrote most of Sin City when he was talented, and now he's a fucking lunatic who's lost his goddamn mind. So that makes me a little fucking nervous. He's gone off the fucking deep end. So
I have hope for it. I definitely don't think it's something that will be an equal up with the first at all. It's probably going to be
yeah, I mean,
lower.
I think it's going to be
Excuse me, I'm still getting over being sick.
Yeah, I think it's going to seem a little more disjointed because even the Sin City comics, they were written and published not necessarily in an order. Like he would go back and
Short
forth with
stories.
time periods and stuff like that. So they were all short. So it's like, in one of the first Marv stories, he kills Marv off. Then, 5 years later, he's like, let's tell another Marv story. So, and there's that. So, but I think that's going to throw a lot of film goers off, which, too bad for them. I just hope it turns out well. And I have a little bit of faith because it's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it, and
He picks his movies pretty well. He's not
he
usually in
really
something
does.
that's like, well, that was crap. So,
yeah.
yeah, besides that, let's see.
Besides, Dark Knight Rises.
But he was good in it.
He was good. I know the movie's a piece of shit.
Yeah, but if someone was like, dude, you want to be in a Batman movie? Are you going to be like, no?
If it's a piece of shit, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'll say no.
Not.
If it's a piece of shit movie, yeah, I'll absolutely say no.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much...
Yeah, I'm done. I got
All
nothing else
previews
to...
there.
Go spend your money and see it. It's funny.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I know this is a really flat review, but other than going over every single funny thing, there's not really much to say about it. It was fantastical.
They know by now when the movie's good that the review's going to be fucking boring. They're so much more interesting when we get to bitch about things.
Yeah. I hope they make some of those sequels at the end. During
I
the
hope they
credits.
don't. I hope they just fucking stop right here. I hope
Well, no,
they
not
just be done with
exactly the sequels that they said.
it. No, I
but
hope
just-
they don't make any more of
Really?
these.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
because
I think it would be good.
the tapping the well again, it's just not going to work.
You never know.
I
They
think
could do
they
it
should.
well.
Oh, they.
People said the same about 22. Like, when 22 got announced, there were so many people that gave it crap. And be like, oh my god, I'm making a 22nd jump street. I'm gonna make it stupid.
Yeah,
And it was good.
It was fine, but at the same time, what this movie did, they can't do that again and have it work. If they,
But that's exactly what they said about 22 Jump Street when it was announced. They said it wouldn't work again, that they already did it.
no, and well, they used that to their benefit here. But if they tried to do the same shtick again, it won't work. Well, the reason this movie worked is because they played up the shtick.
But you could do different shtick. It wouldn't have to necessarily be, we're doing the same thing. Like, you could do a separate movie and still have the feel, I think, in my opinion.
I disagree, but that's okay.
But yeah. So.
I'm done. I'm going.
But
home.
yes, definitely theater worthy.
Yes, spend your money on it. Have a laugh. Giggle a little bit.
Giggle a
just hear
lot. We were
Brad-
all laughing a lot.
You just hear Brad and Jake back there talking. They're
People
loud.
applauded at the end.
Yes, they did. Which
It's weird because it's not... Oh, it is. It was the first screening, wasn't it?
I hate when fucking people applaud at movies.
It wasn't anything where they're like...
I
I gave it a little clap. I was like, yay. But mine's a personal.
No one on the screen can fucking hear it. No one.
Well, maybe their like Jedi senses were tingling, and they're like, somewhere a million applause.
Yeah, I hate when people applaud at movies. It's like when the fucking Star Wars prequels fucking came out in the when they showed fucking Yoda whip out his lightsaber. People cheered and were so loud, and they stood up and applauded, and I got up and I asked for my fucking money back. Because,
On that note,
because people you don't behave like that in a fucking movie theater. You sit down, you keep your fucking mouth shut, and you watch the movie.
I don't think applauding at the end is bad.
I find it annoying. I do. See, there, you got some bitterness.
There you go.
Be happy.